you?
How you doing, Babz?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. That's Harry Jones, and this is LoveBabz Love Talk. Friday. Do 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 do.
Thank God it's Friday.
Feeling a little disco fever. What's happening, Harry? We got a guest in about a few minutes. Holness is coming on because they're having a big hey neighbor, give back to the community. So she is doing this big give back tomorrow in the Munson Triangle right there in Science Park, Harry. I mean, she's giving out good stuff, not janky used stuff, like really good stuff. Gift cards, personal hygiene products, hats and gloves, stuff. Listen, if I wasn't going to New York tomorrow, I would be right there sucking it all in. So I want to make sure that people come and participate in this big hey neighbor. I just love this concept. Like, this is the kind of stuff that we should be doing for one another, Harry. You know, just for one another. And she just, she's the president of the Jamaican American Connection. And they're always trying to do things to be better in the community, support community. And they don't have to, right? But they see it as part of being on the planet. So I just want to support her. Plus, I just dig her anyway. And if you look at my hair is nicely colored this morning.
And that's hair by K, right?
Yes.
That's, wait a minute, what color is your hair this morning?
Purple. Like,
It doesn't look purple.
what does it look like? Because I don't have enough light on, Harry. I don't have enough light because my light is broken.
I don't know what it looks like. What it look like. Where's that from? It just popped in my head.
What any black exploitation film from the 70s.
What it look like.
Take your pick, Harry. Any Is it hey Siri, turn on flashlight.
Flashlight.
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to get some light on your hair.
Yeah, so you can see.
Oh. It looks kind of blue.
It's purple.
Oh.
Do you see?
What am I doing?
I know all y'all on the radio, y'all can't see radio, but those who are on Facebook can see.
I know. That is on the mic going, you see?
You see?
You see?
And like, hell no, man, you can't see a damn thing.
You're going to cause car accidents. People trying to see.
I don't know what they're trying to see from the radio.
I know.
That's all right. I feel you. I feel you. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave my little light right here so I can have some light. Yeah, that makes sense. See, now I'm not so washed away. I went to the art space party last night, Harry, the holiday party. Drank a little wine, ate some cupcakes. You know, having this superpower of this vaccine is my superpower, right? All of it. So I can eat things that I normally can't eat. Now my luck is gonna run out, you know.
Stop playing.
You know it's gonna run out. And every time I eat something, I have to log into. I have an app on my phone that connects to my team, my doctors, and so they send me messages like, "You're having way too much fun with this. This is no longer feeling scientific." I was like, "Nope." So even Ife was giving me a side eye last night. Even Ife, she was like, "How many of those have you had?" He's like, "How you feeling?" She's like, "Babz, I'm having to shut you down." Step away from the cookies. Step away from the cupcakes.
You don't carry a
EpiPen?
do you?
EpiPen won't help me, and if I get sick, it won't help me. What it'll do. See, this is the craziness with my allergy. The EpiPen will heighten. It won't dial back the symptoms. It'll heighten them. It's weird. So that's why I don't have an EpiPen. The only thing that will help me is
Somebody got to help you. Stick you with an EpiPen, you got to smack them.
I gotta kill him. Like, you trying to kill me? I'm gonna kill you first. So what I try to carry, Harry, is I have prescription antihistamines with steroids. I don't carry those because those are too much. So I just try to keep like some antihistamines in my purse. But most times I can get home in enough time before symptoms blow out of proportions.
You carry Benadryl?
I carry Benadryl. I carry I tell you what I'm liking better than Benadryl. Anything else.
Well, Benadryl will put you to sleep too.
Oh my God, Harry. Jesus, that's why I can't walk with that in the street.
Yeah, I remember taking a Benadryl and then driving home. I had to pull over. Well, I didn't have to pull over. I fell asleep at the light. Right? So some guy came and knocked on my window.
And said, dude.
And it was like, dude, what's up? I was like, holy crap, I fell asleep. I had to pull over into the gas station and wake up.
That's a terrible. You know, what's in Benadryl is what they put in like Tylenol PM and acetam, any of those PM pills. That's what they put, Harry. They put whatever the Benadryl, whatever that antihistamine is, that's what they put in those to make you go to sleep.
That's like a freaking date rape drug, the way it reacts sometimes. It just puts you to sleep.
Yeah. That's why I don't walk with it too much. I have to be someplace where I know I got like 8 hours.
As a matter of fact, I need to check. You see, I just came up with something. That was Bill Cosby probably was using Benadryl.
Ife is listening. She said we are echoing.
Echoing?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? She's probably right, because I have too many things on.
You have too many things on. And then Kay is in the waiting room, so I'm gonna let her in.
How about now, Ife? Check it. Check it.
1 2 1 2.
Check baby 1 2
2 3. Check baby 1 2 3. Hey, oh, those are nice glasses.
All right, I gotta go.
All right, unmute yourself, Miss K.
Okay, I gotta go check.
Girl, I was just too eager to see you.
That's all right. Why? You good? You look beautiful.
Thank you. Good job.
I was already talking about, hey neighbor.
Hey neighbor.
I love this concept, Kay. Hey neighbor, the community give back. So tell me, how did you think about this? Tell everybody, this is Karaine Holness, the owner of Hair's K and the president of the Jamaican American Connection. And they're always doing community stuff. And they usually, before pandemic, her galas would kick off the gala season. I always go to her thing. And then that would start the whole gala season. But since we are in a pandemic, ain't no galas happening. When we come back, hey.
We're gonna come back hard.
We're gonna come back. It's gonna be like the Met Gala every event. People come with all their fancy clothes on. 2 or 3 dresses, gowns, everything.
We're gonna have changes throughout the whole event.
It's gonna wear all stuff. Because we've been pent up too long. So tell me the thinking around, hey neighbor, the community give back. I love that.
So when I moved here 5 years ago, each time I would look out the window, I would see the cross section of the ending of one community and the beginning of another.
Because you're right there in Science Park.
Right.
And the Munson Triangle, yes.
Right. And I think it's a neglected spot, right? Like, so I always I've said to New Hallville, I've said to Dixwell, guys, why can't we just have like a dinner? Almost something like the LeBlanc.
Yes.
But not
you put some tables in the street and everybody comes and sit down
in the park.
Okay.
Right? So I was like, why can't we just do that? This way the communities kind of like meet.
Yeah, because that's a triangle right there.
Right, and we break bread, right? So 5 years gone by and nothing has happened. And so the opportunity came when our organization, the Jamaican American Connection, got we were applying for the grant. And I said, yes, this is the perfect opportunity to be able to do this. And so here we are. Hey, neighbor.
Hey, neighbor.
Yeah.
All right, so you got these people together. So you pulled all these people together and said, "Listen, this is what we're doing." So how did you? Was there a grant involved, or?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
It
so
was
tell
a
me about
grant.
that.
It was a grant through the Yale Community Fund Grant.
Mm-hmm.
And so we applied and we received it. And so here we are, happening tomorrow
Okay. So tomorrow from what time?
from 12 to 4.
12 to 4.
Or should I say, till all the stuff run out? Because it may run out in an hour. So, yeah.
So what kind of things can people expect? Because I already said, I know like personal hygiene stuff, like
Personal
lotions,
hygiene.
toothpaste.
Lotion, soaps, sanitary napkins.
I didn't realize that. Because you know what? You know how hard that is to get when you don't have any money, Kay?
Girl. And it's costly.
Those things are wicked expensive.
Wicked expensive.
Yes.
You know, and it's crazy how expensive it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so
Yeah. I would come just for that. I mean, I'm out that game. I mean, I'm out the
listen,
game, but
I'm out that game too, right? So when I was looking at it, I go, ooh, yes. And I remember when I was in Costco picking up stuff, this lady came to me and she's like, "You didn't leave anything on the shelf." I said, "Yes, I did." So she wanted to take it off my cart. I was like, "Girl, no."
What?
Yeah.
Was she a Karen?
Well, so needless to say, I did show her that I did leave a couple boxes on the shelf, but I did wipe Costco out.
Well, you know what? Costco got a whole warehouse where they could bring stuff. You know, they do have stuff in the back where they bring. That's not the. You know, people are just crazy. Like you think they just gonna put the only. This is all we got.
This is it, and it ain't coming back. But no, so so we have sanitary napkins, we have tampons, you know. So yeah, different sizes and needs. So we got that. We got a donation of some blankets.
I saw those blankets.
I thought that. So
you had the lady in there and she was holding them up, right?
Yeah. So she came in. I'm going to make sure I get her name correctly so that everybody can know. So I have my little side hustle that I work at Joann's.
Oh, that's right. She works at Joann Fabric.
Love it.
Hampton Plaza. And
Right.
she is so loved that when she said, "You know what, I have to go now," and they were like, "No, could you at least work once a month, once every 3 months?" Because
we just need you on our schedule.
Yes.
And so I'm there. This lady's buying all these fabric, and I was like, "Oh my God, do you make blankets?" And she said yes. And so I'm asking her. She made the no-sew blanket, and she goes, "No."
She's like, "No, baby, I sew."
No, baby. I know how to sew. And I said, "Oh, okay." And so we continued talking, and then I just said to her, "We're doing this community give back. Please share the information." Right? And she said, "Well, I'm going to come in and bring you some blankets." And I was like, "You are?" And she said, "Yes." And she showed up. And I was, I was shocked that she did, but she was a woman of her word. And then the name, Babz, of her business is Blanket Ministries.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it.
So that's what she does to the community. So so she dropped off the blankets and we have those. And again, we got some other donation of children's blanket already that was like crocheted.
Mm-hmm.
All these ladies.
Oh, wow.
Yes, girl.
Oh, I didn't see those when I was because I would have tried to slip one in my bag.
But yes, I have those. I guess I'm getting some more donations today. So today the salon is looking more like a warehouse instead of a salon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited. I'm excited to give back to the community. And, each time people walk by or they're at the bus stop, I'm like, "Hey, don't forget Saturday. Come on, get some stuff." Mm-hmm. And part of our partnership, right? So we partnered with Concat as well, right? Because Concat is around the corner.
Around the corner, down the street.
Down the street, in the neighborhood, right? So, Hey neighbor, Concat, because the Munson Triangle, Dixwell, and Henry and Munson don't necessarily, I call it a transient community. There's a lot of movement, right? Mm-hmm. They don't necessarily know of the amazing programs that Concat has to offer. This is an opportunity. So
Yes.
Concat is going to be here, and Ricky D's.
Oh, there's your.
There's a flyer, yes. And
Thank you, Harry. Can you leave it up for a bit? Just for a bit? Thank you.
Yeah, so Ricky D's is providing meals.
Oh, the man with all them good ass ribs.
Yes. So people will be able to go and pick up their meals there.
Yes.
And as well as Fussy Coffee.
Oh yeah. Fussy Coffee is a very cool place.
It really is.
It's a very cool place. I don't go there as much as I want to, but I am, now that I'm much more mobile, Kay, I think I'm gonna walk down there on Saturday mornings, get me some coffee, and then stop by you.
Babz, you ain't gonna do that.
No, I am, because I got to get walking. That's the only way I'm gonna get a little faster on my feet. But you know, Fussy Coffee is a wonderful anchor in that community around the corner from Ricky D's, which is a really nice thing, and down the street from Concat.
Right. So this is our community. This is our triangle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's going to be an amazing day with all of us here in the Dixwell New Hallville.
So Harry wants to know, Kay, is Ricky D's, they got the cannabis barbecue sauce?
I don't know.
You don't know? We gotta go on their website and look.
But Harry, feel free to check them out or call them. You know, they'll be happy to answer that. I don't know though. But if they do.
All right, so you got meal coupons to Fussy Coffee and Ricky D's?
Yes.
Okay. So people get those and then they can use those and go and
they just
eat.
go up there.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. I actually like that better than having them outside set up, because people can go at their leisure, right? You could go, you don't have to wait till Saturday.
The leisure of that day.
Yes. Which is nice.
So here's the thing though. The requirements that it would have taken to get them in the triangle or out of their business places, it was too much. It would have been nice to have everybody there, but the requirements was too high. And so we just doing it this way. Plus it allows now the community to walk into their business places.
Okay.
So yeah. So, you know,
and you know what? That's a good thing, because foot traffic is a big deal.
Correct.
Right. It's a big deal. So, okay. I like this. All right. So you got personal hygiene items, PPEs, which is what? Mask,
and
because we still
sanitizers.
need masks. Oh, we still need
those.
We're still in a pandemic, people. Hats, gloves, socks, meal coupons.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is the Jamaican American Connection.
Yes.
Sponsoring. So tell us a little bit about the Jamaican American Connection. I'm an honorary Jamaican.
That's right.
So I know all about it. But for those who are just hearing about it for the first time, which I don't know how that is possible, but tell the peoples what it is and what you do.
So what we do is we try to support our community, our West Indian community here in the city. We do. Babz, I was putting me on the spot for me to just reel this off. We do scholarship fundraisers for scholarship.
And that's the gala I speak of.
That's the gala. From the pandemic, because we weren't able to have the gala, but we still had to have the scholarship. We had to still honor our obligations to our community. We did the fish fry. We have done a bread food drive. We do all different creative things. Yes. And in the midst of creating all these things, it's also learning, teaching, and sometimes relearning some of the things that happened back home, you know?
Oh, yes.
And I remember we actually took the opportunity to have a Thanksgiving dinner, right? And we played this game, and we played a Caribbean game, and it was just so amazing to know how much we had really forgotten.
Oh, I had missed that, because I saw it when you posted up pictures, because I was there for the first hour or so of the Friendsgiving that you had at the incubator lab over there on Newhall, at Concorp incubator space. But I saw the pictures and I was like, they must be playing a game.
Yeah, because so I went to an event and they played a game, and I was looking at it going like, dang, this is a great way for us to learn about not just Jamaica, but from the Caribbean perspective. Because even though we're from the same basin, we really and truly don't know a lot about each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like curry in Jamaica is more sweeter and milder.
Mm-hmm.
Curry, like in Trinidad, is more pungent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the roti, what we call roti in Jamaica is bus up shut in Trinidad, because they have
Say that again.
bus up shut.
I love it.
So we try to make sure we teach and as well as we are also learning about each other, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and to be of a resource for being in this country, in this city. It's, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
no, you have to learn to navigate.
It is a lot, and you know, and to speak broadly about what else y'all do. You have started doing these festivals in the park, the Caribbean Festival, Caribbean Festival. And all folks from all the Caribbean islands, as many as possible, are represented. They come, they set up their tents and whatever it is they're selling or educational things, and it's a big festival in golf. Well, it's the golf park, but it, you know,
I know
New
the
Haven
golf
is
park.
called it.
Nobody knows the golf park.
No,
Golf
we call
Street
it Golf
Park.
Street Park.
They go DeGaulle. What's that?
DeGaulle, where is that? Golf Street Park. And I know the pandemic has put a damper on a lot of things, but that was really one of the most bonding community. I don't think people realize how large the Caribbean community is in Greater New Haven until they come to the festival. I don't think they realize how strong the community is.
And I think what even because I found out about this maybe in the last 10 years, that St. Luke's is the foundation of the Caribbean community here in New Haven. Yeah. You know? Yes, they do have the steel band and they teach steel pan music and they do all of that, but it used to be the resource of the community, where if you came here, and I mean, I've had the opportunity to speak to like Carla Esdale, you know, the Esdales, they're a part of, you know, their family was, I think, one of the first families to come here and set up shop from the Caribbean, you know. So you have all these histories of community and community togetherness, because when you come to a place and space where it's totally different, you're coming from warmth.
That's number one.
Number one, right? And you're coming into cold. You have to now learn how to. The adjustment of not just going outside to pick your food. You know, just going down by the ocean and get your fresh fish. The language and, you know, the assimilation, you need someone to give you an opportunity to get a job, you know. Because one of the things that people don't realize, when you come here as an adult, it's a starting over. And sometimes you leave your families back home. Like, there's so many different layers. You have the barrel children. I was myself a barrel child. And what that means is my mom used to ship barrel back home to me, which had my clothes and my food and all of that for our family. And so there's a lot of barrel children. And then you have, you know, coming here, you have to have someone to give you an opportunity to get a job, right? So
because parents wanted to make a better way for themselves. So they would leave and come to the States or go to Europe or go to Canada or wherever for long periods of time and leave children with family members.
Families and
friends to raise until they get back, with the understanding that, you know what, we will send money, we will send barrels of things for you and my child, so that it is not a hardship for you to care for my kid.
And one of the things, Babz, that came out of all of this is like the psychological trauma that went with that, right? Which we never realized it was psycho. We just know that our family, like, your mother gone, your father gone, they gonna send these things for you. But then the trauma that attached to it, abandonment, you may have been abused in the homes that you are staying in, but you can't say nothing because you don't want to disrupt, because you know your parent may be illegal. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say nothing, so you suffer in silence, and a whole bunch of different things, you know? And so let's say, for instance, just to have people be able to gather and support and nurture, you know, so we have to be there for each other, you know?
That's good. I love it. Now you have, your place of business is a salon, a hair salon, a beautiful hair salon, and used to be on Fitch. So I followed you from Fitch to Munson Triangle.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I love about your salon, and this is indicative of Black salons and barbershops, is that it is more than just where we get our hair done.
Right.
It is where we meet community. This is where we connect. This is where we learn. I mean, periodically you do some health outreach kinds of things. You've had doctors in there to talk. You've had all kinds of people in there to talk about things that are important to
our community.
Yes. So what drives that?
Being a community child. I was brought up by the community. That's the only thing I know. You know, again, my mom left. That's just how my family has always been. You come, you take care of. And one of the things that I do know is like a lot of people may not necessarily want to speak. So they'll tell me and I'll be their voice. So even if the person is in the salon and they had shared something with me and they want the information, I will either make a phone call or have the person come in who can answer that question, and I'll just ask a general question, and they'll get their answer. Because hey, that's just, you know. So I guess it has just become so natural, Babz, that it don't even, like, it's one of the things that I do. I totally believe that what separates a lot of us excelling is missed opportunities, or just not having opportunities, period. And that's what separates, right? So I've always believed that we must always try to travel. we must sometimes be uncomfortable and step out of our comfort zone. Everybody knows I'm a picky eater. Lord Jesus, I'm such a picky eater. And I have to push myself to try new things. And so when I'm trying new things, all my friends trying new things too, you know? And
it's a group try.
It's a group try. You know, and so it's kind of like us learning and growing together as a community, even though we have clusters of friendships throughout that community, but we grow together. And it has happened before and it can happen again. You know what I'm saying? And this narrative about, you know, Black people don't get along, and Caribbean people and Caribbean people and African Americans and Africans and all of that. Those are narratives with people with the microphone, right? They say these things. It's up to us who know better to do better, and to realize that those are narratives to keep us separated. And we should just, you know, come together, because we have done it before.
I mean, I think you are a great connector. I mean, it is no accident that you sit on the intersection of the triangle of, you know, Henry and Munson and all that Science Park, because it really is a reflection of who you are and how people find you, right? Like it's literal and it's figurative and it's all those things. And so when people come to that salon, they get way more than just getting their hair done. It's a whole experience, you know.
I think hair is the last thing.
Yeah, I think
hair is always the last thing.
I think you might be right, Kay. Hair is
the last thing. It's like, what? You need internship? Wait, hold up.
Yes. Yes. And I mean, you have connected me to some of the most amazing women. Just personally connected me to some amazing women. Activists and entertainers and authors and all those kinds of folks who just
don't forget the rocket scientist girl.
And the right who is my sorority sister, by the way.
That's right. Who is from Trinidad.
And I love that the little Yale kids, I don't mean to call them kids, the Yale folks, the young Yale folks who come and they find you, and then we just adopt them. Yes. we just give them home away from home, because we know how challenging it is for our children to be in white spaces and not see any comforting Black faces, to sort of, shore them up a little bit. And so you do that too. I mean, I've watched young people from all walks of that university come through those doors, and just come in and go.
Or they call me and say, come, where are you? Yes. Because sometimes you have to go rescue them off the campus.
You gotta go rescue the babies off the
plantation. The babies call, you gotta go.
Yes. So that's a wonderful thing. Like I always tell people that's how we build community. Like it's not so much, we could all show up at the rallies and those are necessary, but it is after the rallies and after the marches and after all the screaming and all that, the boots on the ground, it is real personal connection to people. Correct. On their journeys that makes the difference.
Correct.
Yes.
So Harry, underground system, I wouldn't say we're the underground railroad. That is just way too, but we do our own. Yeah, we do our own.
It's in the same vein. It's in the same vein, So Harry put in a little piece about the Ricky D's. Just if anybody was still wondering, in addition to the barbecue, Ricky Evans of Ricky D's Rib Shop in New Haven sells bottles of 2 variety of Evans original barbecue sauce. The non-infused sauce is called Consolina, and the infused sauce, which has 360 milligrams of CBD per 12-ounce bottle, is called Conolina. And both sauces taste the same, but one will give you the effect and one won't. But I just wanted to shout that out in case y'all was just,
And he's on Winchester Avenue.
Yes, and we didn't want to leave you hanging about, if you need the CBD infused, or not need but want, there you go. So, and he's been there for a good while, Kay, right? Like
he has.
He's been there a good while, hanging in there, and he's growing a nice little business, and so that's nice. And Fussy Coffee, which they adore you over there, and
yes, they spoil me. I ain't gonna lie.
I must say, Kay, they make the best damn French fries of anybody in the city.
Girl, yes.
They really do. If you've not had French fries at Fussy Coffee, you are really missing something.
Yeah, and it's inexpensive too, considering how much they give you.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
You're like,
we spent many a time in there like, damn, this is a lot of French fries.
A lot of French fries. And you don't normally hear that.
As we're eating them.
and they have the best avocado toast.
Yes.
And my new thing with them is that sweet crepe.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. I was doing their turmeric drink for a minute.
Yes.
I was all wild for that for a good while.
For a good while. We was on that turmeric spritzer for a long while. Maybe about 2 years. Turmeric spritzer.
I was like, oh, we know what they want.
As soon as you walk in, they say, I'm here. Kay sent me. They're like, okay, she wants a turmeric spritzer.
Yes, that's what she wants. So, all right. So, okay. So Saturday, tomorrow from 12 to 4. Hey, neighbor, is the community give back. I love saying that. So, what are your hopes and wishes for tomorrow? What do you want the community to feel, to take away, and how will you know it feels successful to you?
How will I know when everything is gone that I know it was successful? I just want them to know that we're here. We are part of the community, and I did put a lot of thought into the things that we got. We just didn't look at it and say, okay, because you're giving it away to the community, it had to be all the the generic stuff. Thought was put into it, and I just want to have a good old time, and I just have to do my obligations to the grant. And, I'll be just asking people, like, the name of their streets, nothing else. I don't need your address or anything, just the name of your street, so we can know which part of the city we
came from. Yeah, we served. Yeah. Yes. I think it'll be a wonderful turnout. I mean, I think, with anything in these challenging times, I think people welcome any kind of support that makes them feel human, doesn't make them feel like beggars, or do you know what I mean? Like I hate these things where people have to go and feel like they're being handed out and exploited at the same time. This is not that. This is really the community saying we are all in this together.
We are all in this together.
Yeah.
Not because you don't see someone, you can't judge a book, right? Need comes in different ways. And the way things are going, all of us need stuff.
Amen to that, sister.
So yeah, just be a part of the community and be able to give back to the community and let the community know that we're here. And so even, let's say, after the event, like I know that Next Haven is getting ready to do their food drive, which is down Henry Street. Mm-hmm. And so when they're going to give away, so at least you'll be able to say, pay attention to what's happening at Next Haven, because people may not necessarily know that.
Right.
And so this is a great way in order for people to tap in. I don't have a problem answering the questions, like if someone say, we're going to do this, share it,
Yes.
Share it.
Yes. So will there be a DJ? I'm just always asking.
No, girl. So you
got a badass playlist. So anyway,
listen, I made sure that I was not doing any. It took me almost 3.5 weeks to get the permission to be able to close 65 feet of Ashman Street. Okay.
They don't make it easy.
They don't
make it easy for you to do good in this town. And
I'm going to let you know, I scrapped everything that I thought we would have wanted. Yes, I wanted to have the DJ. Yes, I wanted to have I'm like, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. No. We're going to do very basic.
That's awesome.
In order for them to say, yes, we could have done this, Mm-hmm. And so this is our first one.
I was going to ask you, do you do this again? Does this become part of what you do? Does this become part of the Jack umbrella?
I hope so. I really do hope so, because I think we're tapping into another set of people that people normally tap into.
Yes.
So I do hope so. I really do hope so. And so it's just a matter of looking for the grants, because this grant was actually a text to me. Did you know that you can apply for this grant? Mm-hmm. I was like, no, I didn't, because again, if you don't have the information, you can't do some of the things.
Yes, that is very true, Kay. Like if you're not tapped in, or if somebody's not looking out, you do miss a lot of opportunities, because there's money out there. Believe it or not, there's money out there.
So that was what happened, someone sent me a text and I was like, dang, we don't have nobody who can write a grant. And then, ta-da, one of my babies. One of my babies said, don't worry, I got you.
Yes.
And so, yes. And so it became a community involved effort. Mm-hmm. And so this is the result of that. So now we'll be able to give back to the community. So even on our end as the Jamaican American Connection, it was community driven, because someone from the community said it, someone from the community helped to apply for it. And, so tomorrow we're going to have the Caribbean students from Southern coming over. We're going to have the Yale community, the Yale Caribbean students coming as well as the Jamaican American Connection members. So community again.
So we're gonna
do all of that,
Well, that's good. And I love that you're gonna connect all these students with each other. Like for me, that's priceless, to connect all these students, whether they're from Yale or Southern or wherever they're from, that they know that there's community.
Correct.
They're not
need
to
have old people in their lives.
Yes.
Because the old people are the ones that are connected to the jobs.
That is true.
You can't just stick to the ones that you know now. You got to broaden your.
Because y'all gonna be looking for jobs when y'all graduate. Y'all gonna need to know people.
You're gonna need to know people, right? And so your network determines your net worth.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you, Kay. I appreciate you coming on this morning. Made my Friday morning. I won't be able to make it tomorrow, but I'm there in spirit and doing my part to support all the endeavors that you put out there. Because, I'm an honorary Jamaican. And
that's right.
Go up and do my part. Do my thing for my peoples. Irie.
Thanks, Babz.
Thank you,
Thanks, Harry.
Thanks, Harry. We on our way out. Listen, y'all get yourselves down to the Munson Triangle tomorrow from 12 to 4. Hey, neighbor. The community give back is happening, and I want y'all to participate, and I want this to be a shining success. So y'all get yourselves out there, bundle up if you need to, and do your thing. Oh yes, Harry said include him and his granddaughters, because they swear they are Caribbean. Well, they are, because they're Puerto Rican.
They're Caribbean.
She want to be Jamaican.
They just want to get me in more trouble. You remember I got in enough trouble with your honorary Jamaican. Oh, Lord.
Oh, thank you so much, Kay. It's always a pleasure.
Likewise, Babz.
Thank you. Bye. Love you.
You too.
All right, Harry, we got to go now. It's time for us to blow this popsicle stand. Y'all have a good weekend.